October 7th, 2023, episode 43. This is the E.B.C.G. I am your host, Willmatic TV. Yeah, and I'm back like that. So where we at? Where we at? Okay. Yeah. So there was definitely some leaked audio from 2018 of Kanye West, or Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. He said a lot. Um, Basically was speaking on different artists. Cardi B was mentioned. Nas was mentioned. Cardi B and Illuminati plant. He said Nas was rapping off beat. Nas and Ye, obviously they did that album in 2018, the Nasir album that a lot of people felt like wasn't Nas's best performances and basically wasn't Kanye West's best performance as far as production. Personally, I listened to that album and I enjoyed that album. Um, do I feel like it was the best performance or the greatest? Not necessarily. I mean, I guess I kind of understand, the expectation level coming into a project where Kanye West is producing and Nas is, basically going to be rapping, right? That sounds, on paper, that just sounds. It's like the Celtics on paper, right? That's supposed to win the championship right there. They didn't get a ring with that one. They didn't get a ring with that one, but they definitely got a few plays from me, right? I felt like it was some heat on there. And Cop Shot the Kid, which is the track that Ye referenced in the audio recording, where he basically insinuated, like I said, shots was fired. Shots was definitely fired, right? He said Nas was rapping off beat, and it's the track Cop Shot the Kid. I got it on my iPhone. I got it on my Apple, right? I enjoy that track. Nas was definitely rapping off beat. I don't really understand what the significance of this audio recording is. Obviously, listen, the album dropped. What's done is done. The music is out. You can't really, uh once again, I'm not sure. Like I said, my only question is this. As far as the Cardi B situation, hold on, let's unpack this, right? And then we'll get into my thoughts about the whole situation, right? Of Ye's 2018 audio recording. As far as, what he said about Cardi B, listen, I'm not I don't know, obviously there's no way for us to, basically kind of is there some validity to what he said though, right? There's two sides to this. There's two sides to this, right? Because at the end of the day, let's take the Illuminati out of this, right? Off top. Let's get that right out of there, fam. The last thing I'm trying to do, the brand ain't even we trying to grow, we trying to build, we trying to end 2023 strong and start 2024 with that Mamba mentality because 2024 is Mamba year. Facts. 2024 is really 2 months away, fam. I'm not sure if y'all kind of. I see a lot of people still kind of moving like they in March or something, fam. This is we are in October right now. Like 2023 is a wrap, and that's kind of where I'm headed with this. We going into 2024, right? Which is obviously, you know, a year that, according to Yay, 2024 is going to be a presidential campaign year, right? We've been seeing him kind of pushing and promoting this. Now, obviously, as far as politics, is this even really that significant in the grand scheme of what's going on politically? Probably not, right? Not sure how many votes that yet, you know what I'm saying, Kanye was going to get anyway after all of, the different skirmishes and, different situations and, uh, more specifically, that Drink Champs interview. If I'm just keeping it all the way 100, I don't even feel he still didn't get his money back. Did he even get his money back? I say all that to say this: why now? Why now? That would be my only question, right? why is this audio recording being released now? Who released this? Did Drake release this shit, fam? And we gonna get obviously we got some we'll get to Drake in just a second, fam. Trust me, because I ain't even gonna hold you, fam. Like I said, once again, once again, the docket is on fire, right? New music is definitely out. A lot to talk about. I think we gonna get off of this. Yay. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I've been hearing things about, basically an album being worked on, and then I heard another album. I think I heard two albums. I heard Ye is literally planning on dropping two albums. Not sure how true this is. Um, but I guess we'll have to just wait and see. Like I said, it's definitely, the year is pretty much a wrap at this point. I'm not really sure. You don't usually see artists drop, especially the bigger artists, drop at this time of the year. I feel like Cole is definitely loading, and we're gonna get to him a little bit later too. Let's get to, I guess we move on from that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to take from that though, as far as the Cardi B. Like, I didn't really give my take, did I? I kind of like skated away from it. I just feel like, listen, man. We kind of seen Cardi B's, transition, right? As far as, where she started and where she is now. I do feel like we seen her put her a lot of work in at the end of the day, right? As far as, um, yeah, just the grind. I feel like she kind of even gave a lot of these females a blueprint to a certain degree. Facts. Obviously, Nikki, I feel like it's Kim, Nikki, right? As far as what we're seeing now and who had the most influence on the female artists that we see today, right? Lauryn Hill, obviously would be, number one on that list for me personally. But what I'm saying is this: we don't really have that many Lauryn Hills today, right? We got Sexy Red, so I'm just saying, I say all that to say this. I do feel like Cardi B has created a blueprint for the new female artists that are coming out today, as far as, using Instagram, the way she kind of branded herself and the strip club culture, and that's big in rap right now. I feel like you're not gonna really listen to any songs, or I just feel like they actually are literally going to the strip club to sign. Like, am I off here? I feel like strippers are the new. Is Cardi B in Illuminati? I don't really want to talk about the Illuminati because I just feel like that's such an old conversation at this point, right? And I mean, yeah. We understand that there are certain, forces within the industry. I don't really care what you want to call them, but we understand that there are certain, groups and, individuals, right? It could be whatever you want to call it, fam. The point being this. The point being this. I feel like we seen Cardi B put the work in, and there's a lot of other females that we could kind of say, you know, um, shit. They saying the same thing about Ice Spice. We were just speaking about female artists, and we getting ready to segue out of this, right? I didn't really have much on that. I kind of stumbled through that, if you couldn't tell. Because, like I said, once again, I just feel like that's somebody's opinion at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not you agree or disagree, I don't really care how. Like, my point is this: once again, why now? Why now? Why now? Why now? And why Jimmy Butler? Just why Jimmy Butler? I have one question for Jimmy Butler, and that question is simply why. Jimmy Butler, you know, um, is a very, very classic case of when trying to become a meme goes wrong, right? When trying to become a meme goes wrong, wrong. This is wrong, fam. Everything about Jimmy Butler, emo Jimmy Butler. So Jimmy Butler, emo Jimmy, Is that what he's calling himself now? Is he Emo Jimmy officially? Did he? Is this gonna be one of those things? Like, is he gonna change his name to Emo Jimmy? What are we doing right now? All right, so this is the thing. Obviously, Jimmy Butler, right? I get it. You don't mind kind of being the butt of the joke. But I just feel like it's just certain things. It's kind of like, you take the jokes too far. And I just feel like, when we tune in, what I'm saying, the NBA preseason has officially started. Everybody's pumped up. Everybody's excited. Players are getting traded. We about to see different teams for the first time. Players that we never, we didn't get to see these players play. Chris Paul and Steph Curry are getting ready to play side by side. That might look. I mean, and listen, we focused on all of these big trades and all of these big names that the Dames and the Drew Holidays, and we should be because these are big trades and these are big pieces that will move to teams that are now in a better position to win the NBA championship. But what I'm saying is this: that Chris Paul and Steph Curry combination might be underrated. And I just feel like Emo Jimmy. Listen, I don't really have a take on this other than the fact that we're tuning in to watch you guys play basketball. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less, fam. He came up there. He obviously the hair. I mean, we all seen it at this point, right? He flicked his hair. I mean, and I guess I understand that. The piercings was crazy. I'm not even going to. He really had piercings in his upper lip, his body, and both of his shits, bro. His nose, his. I'm not really sure if this is a joke. Is what I'm saying. This might really just be his vibe for real. You know what I'm saying? They done lost their whole team over there. They definitely traded away their whole heart, fam. Their core. They don't have none of those players anymore, fam. And Dame ain't go over there. So I mean, listen. It came and it went. It was cool for the moment. I definitely got to revisit this Celtics Bucks trade, right? Because who really won that trade at the end of the day, right? Drew Holiday, who I completely disregarded on my last episode. Listen, fam, this shit was coming in hot off the presses, fam. I'm doing this shit. That happened in real time, right? So I really wasn't even aware of the fact that Drew Holiday actually was traded, right? They wasn't gonna get Dame without getting rid of Drew, right? So Drew Holiday definitely ended up getting picked up by Boston, right? We got Drew Holiday in Boston with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. I mean, they basically picked up another Marcus Smart there. I mean, um, and probably just a better shoot. Like this is a better version of Marcus Smart, realistically, fam. How much percent was Drew Holiday shooting from the 3-point line last season? Was he like 47%, something crazy like this? Drew Holiday is Marcus Smart 2.0 now, right? They got Porzingis, obviously Giannis and Dame. Now we got to talk about these some of these pressers because I definitely watched a few of these press conferences. Obviously the players, you know, the introductions and all of these. You know what I'm saying? You get to kind of see how these players are reacting to the trades, right? And I'm not gonna hold you, Giannis didn't look too happy up there, man. You know what I'm saying? Giannis looked like he was heartbroken to obviously lose Drew Holiday, who was a significant piece. I mean, he gave them their identity. I mean, that's basically what he said. They won a championship together, and I say all that to say this: I do feel like it's going to take some time for Giannis and Dame to kind of mesh. Whereas with Boston, they already kind of had. I mean, Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum have been playing together for so many years. They kind of already have their identity. They're just adding another player who has, basically all of, the credentials um that basically they need to get over the hump. If you ask me, this is exactly what they needed to get over the hump, fam. They needed I mean, we talking about Drew Holiday is not just a lockdown defender, fam. He's a lockdown clutch defender, right? He'll steal the ball with 4 seconds left in the game, fam. This is a different level of defense that we talking about here, fam. A clutch steal, like 2 seconds left, fam. You about to hit the buzzer beater. He's stealing the ball. He's stealing the ball. And realistically, fam, he might be stealing some plays from Milwaukee. They got rid of one of their most their possibly their biggest piece. Those two teams are guaranteed to see each other in the post conference. And all I'm saying is this, man. He's gonna know where the ball is when he know every spot on the floor that where Giannis want. That euro that Giannis do, he's snatching all of that, fam. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's seen it all. He's seen the movie. He knows the plays. He knows the playbook. I mean, they don't have anybody over there from Boston. They got Dame though. Uh, they definitely got Dame, and we not about to hold on. Act like Dame. You know what I'm saying? It's not a big pickup. And I'm not saying that it's not. I just feel like we still gotta see how they gonna mesh. I will say this: Dame does look ready. Dame definitely look ready. You know what I'm saying? Dame just he dropping albums and shit. I mean, I hope he ready. He definitely did just drop an album. You know what I'm saying? I still didn't get a chance to really sit with that. I heard a couple of tracks off of that joint though. I mean, Dame could rap. You know what I'm saying? And he could definitely hoop. Giannis ain't look too happy up there. I'm gonna be honest. He looked really, really. He was actually mad if we just keeping it all the way. But like I said, man, I just feel like it's gonna take some time, man. It's gonna take some time. James Harden, the Philly saga continues. As of right now, October 7th, 2023, James Harden is still a Philadelphia 76er. Somehow, I'm not really sure. Like, I mean, listen, man, I don't really know if at this point, fam, like, is this has to be one of the biggest declines in NBA history, fam. James Harden, like, it was just like 4 years ago. I mean, this was like the most skilled, unguardable player, right? And I'm not really sure what's going on, mentally with James Harden. I don't know, man. He probably in the studio a little bit too much at this point with these rappers turning up. He coming and he treating this shit like it's the rap game, fam. You are in the NBA. Like, what? You can't, force your way out of 3 teams in a row, right? It's kind of like at this point, you're kind of like, at some point, we're gonna start looking at you, like something might be off with you, right? I'm just not really with all the I just wanted to get back to, what I'm saying, players wanting to play basketball. That's all I care about, right? And at this point, some of the biggest pieces I was waiting for to get moved got moved, right? So I'm back interested. I'm not really feeling, what I'm saying? Listen, Kyrie is my favorite player. That's my guy, right? So technically, I would have to be rooting for the Dallas Mavericks this season. What I'm saying is this, fam. What I'm saying is this. I can't do it. I just simply cannot put any faith in the Dallas Mavericks. At this particular time, I just don't really see. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not really feeling Kyrie in Dallas right now. I'm not really sure where James Harden is gonna land. Obviously, he doesn't want to play in Philly. Um, yeah, yeah. Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey. I mean, this was like the guy that basically gave him his big opportunity, right? Am I off here? Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. This shit might be deeper than basketball right here though. This is some real personal, you know what I'm saying? Stuff going on with James Harden and Daryl Morey. Pause. 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 If applicable. Right? What else is going on in basketball though? Drew Holiday to Boston is crazy. They definitely released a clip of Jalen Brown in practice. You know what I'm saying? And he basically was doing a dribble drill. I'm saying when you dribble the ball 5 times in one hand, switch it over, dribble it 5 times in the other hand. And let's just say that all of those, he still needs some work. He still needs some work in the gym, right? He gonna have to spend a little bit more time. Like when everybody else leave, you should still be there, fam, working on that left hand dribble because that video was. I mean, it kind of sums it up, right? It kind of sums up basically why they can't win a championship ring. I mean, it is literally that left hand. I'm not sure why he doesn't have a left at this point. You would think, I mean, you, you went you went head up with LeBron when you was 19, fam, or something crazy like that. Didn't motivate you to start like I don't know, man. It was only one mama though. At the end of the day, it was only one. My Kobe would never, fam. How you don't have a left, bro? You in the playoffs every year. They'll be back this year. They'll be back this year, and with Drew Holiday, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Boston, takes the ring this year. Pardon me, pardon self. Hold on, mic check, mic check. Hold on, let's clear up this static. It's well matic. Man, 442. That's 2-4. Okay, yeah. And this is what I do. Yeah, nah. So yeah, that's kind of all I have for basketball. Right. Colin Kaepernick still didn't get picked up by an NFL team. I just wanted to throw that out there. He definitely wrote that letter to the Jets. It got quiet. Nobody's really. Then I did read something else though. I did read something else where I felt like they said that maybe two or three teams may have not been interested. Whatever the case may be, I'll tell you something that I'm not interested in. Definitely want to just say peace, love, prayers, and prosperity to the students at Morgan State University. There was definitely unfortunate mass shooting that took place during homecoming week. There were no fatalities, but unfortunately, five individuals were shot. Four of those five were students, and the other individual, I'm assuming, was staff. So we just want to say, prayers up to everybody involved. I guess we get into the fight recap. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That definitely just took place this past Saturday. Um Las Vegas, Nevada. Charlo is ass, man. Um I'm not even gonna really hold it in. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We just gotta call a spade a spade. Jermell Charlo should retire right now, fam. Yeah. Jermell Charlo, you should just fight your brother, fight your twin brother, fam. How about that? I'm more interested in seeing a Jermell versus Jermall Charlo fight at this point because we damn sure. Let me speak for myself. I damn sure don't want to see Jermell Charlo anywhere near a Terrence Bud Crawford. Are you kidding me? In the words of Kenny the Jet Smith, are you kidding me? Jermell Charlo went in the ring this past Saturday, and granted, we get it, right? He moved up two weight classes to fight Canelo, oh, the Iron Horse of Mexico. This is the king of Mexico. Respectfully, because he might at this point, fam, he might be the king of all regions, fam. He might be the king of America. Jermell Charlo did not go in that ring and perform, and that's all I ask. I said this on the last episode. I said there's a pretty good chance that he's not gonna win, right? Especially if it goes the distance. The judges, Canelo is not gonna win. He's not gonna lose on the scorecards, right? That's not how you're gonna beat Canelo Alvarez. You have to go in that ring and literally beat. I mean, and this is the thing. I just feel like we kind of watch all every fight. There's kind of like a build up and there's a hype, right? They kind of build these fights up. You get to kind of watch these fighters on the journey. They in the gym, they at home with family, they interviewing, they talking, they predicting, they saying stuff, they saying a lot. Jermell Charlo was saying a lot. And he did look pretty confident coming into the fight. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I watched him sit there and do the Sway interview, and I know Sway is tight right now. They gave him so much. Oh my God, that was one of Sway's best intros, fam. Facts. I watched the interview, and he kind of was basically saying like, "Yeah, I'm doing this for all the people that rooting for me, all the people that you know what I'm saying, all the people that was with me along on the journey. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna represent. I'm gonna fight to the death. I'm gonna be the guy to get the upset." And he said all this stuff to the point where you said, "All right, okay, Jermell Charlo. Listen, at the end of the day, he only lost one fight. He only lost one fight, and he got it back. He revenged that loss. He avenged that loss greatly when he went in there and rematched with Tony Harris and completely and annihilated him. He almost knocked him out of the ring, right? So at that point, it's kind of like, all right. And then he only went on to move up and, continue to unify. So, he was a formidable opponent. He was a formidable opponent until he got in the ring. Until he got in the ring. Listen, man, Canelo Alvarez is everything that boxing critics say he is. Boxing analysts, all that stuff I heard about Canelo, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't get it. For a long time, I didn't really understand it. I wasn't really so entertained by Canelo Alvarez fights, right? I feel like I seen him, I seen a few of his performances, and I felt like they were subpar. If I'm just keeping it all the way, and realistically, fam, coming into this fight, he's coming off of two performances that were just that. That was a well-known thing in, the boxing circles. His last two performances were not his best performances. As a matter of fact, they're saying his last two performances were his worst performances. So Jermell Charlo had that advantage as well. He kind of was coming in this fight with more momentum than the guy who was actually favored to win the fight. I say all that to say this. The fight happened, you know, it kind of went one way. It went Canelo's way. The whole fight, man, from round one, he stepped through every punch that Charlo threw. A jab wasn't getting to him. The hook wasn't getting to him. He was trying to go to the body a couple times and trying to dig to the body. Canelo walked through every punch he threw. He literally walked. He was running through the punches, actually. He literally was jogging up to this man because he couldn't wait to punch on him, fam. And that's exactly what he did the entire fight. And that's just basically what happened, fam. Jamal, where is Jamal? Why didn't Jamal Charlo fight this? We should have got the Jamal versus. And really, what happened was Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? He bit off more than he could chew, and that's basically what happened, right? Salute to Jermell Charlo for getting in the ring at the end of the day, because you got to give every fighter. We have to give them that, right? Getting into that ring at the end of the day, putting those gloves on and risking your life at the end of the day. That's basically what they're doing. So we want to salute both fighters, but all I'm saying is this, fam. And then he had the audacity, right? After that, one of his worst performances that we've ever seen, that I've ever seen, that had to have been his worst performance. I'm talking about he didn't land anything significant. There was nothing, nothing. You didn't look like he calls himself what's his slogan? Lions only. Listen, fam. I don't want to disrespect the brand, but what I'm saying is this, fam. That wasn't a lion in there this past Saturday, fam. And if you was a lion and Canelo was, I'm not really sure, a brown grizzly bear, fam. I'm not really sure who wins that fight in like the jungle in the safari. Like what actually does happen when a lion and a grizzly? I'm pretty sure the grizzly bear wins that fight. My point is this, fam. Jermell Charlo didn't win this fight. He didn't win the fight. He didn't perform. He didn't impress anybody. There was nothing to take away from this other than the fact that if you get in the ring with Terrence Bud Crawford, he is going to annihilate you. There is no chance. There's not even a slight. I mean, no. The only interest I have in that fight is the amount of the odds that's going to be in favor of Terrence Bud Crawford. I will definitely bet. I'm not really sure if I could do that. That's an easy. Yeah, nah. I'm not even. You ain't gonna get nothing, fam. Bud Crawford is gonna destroy him. He's gonna destroy him, fam. And realistically, what's about to really happen? They about to make the Bud Crawford versus Canelo fight. That's what they need to really do. Canelo need to come down. Listen, fam. Put the goddamn burritos down, fam. He want to eat Mexican food and be big and strong. Hold on, fam. This is not you're not bodybuilding. He was looking, he was definitely in, yeah. He looked like he just came out of the weight room, fam. This guy's neck is, got muscles in his neck, the back of his neck, all type of. Charlo was in there looking like he was just outmatched. He was just outmatched. And I just don't see how it's gonna be any different against Bud Crawford. Now, Bud Crawford versus Canelo, they kind of said they both were asked about this at different points, and I feel like they both kind of had the same response. Like this is kind of impossible, basically, right? I can't get up to that weight, and I can't get down to that weight. Um, Last time I checked, Canelo fought Mayweather twice, fam. I'm not really sure what we Canelo can make a weight to where they can catch it. They can fight at a catch weight, fam. They can. They could make that fight happen. And realistically, fam, I don't even think they need to change it. I think Bud Crawford he could go in there at 147. Canelo could be 160, fam. And I think he still might go in there and slam boy up. Facts. That jab, nah, Canelo is a bad he's a bad dude though. I gotta give him some credit, fam. He went in there and he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He walked through all the punches, right? You know what I'm saying? He ain't knock him out. But he definitely, oh yeah, he took a knee. He definitely took a knee. Went in there and took a knee, fam. You bowed down, fam. Yeah, nah. I think it's pretty safe to say that Jermell Charlo uh is probably gonna take a little vacation at this point. There's no fights for you right now, fam. You need to chill, my boy. Maybe they need to change that trainer. I don't know. I don't know. That is the same trainer that trained Errol Spence. So it's kind of like at a certain point, people are gonna start looking at the trainer like, fam, what are you actually training them to do? You know what I'm saying? Because every time they get in the ring, yeah, yeah. Not those last two performances weren't good in that camp. They talk about Errol Spence, Bud Crawford rematch. Listen, fam, I don't want to watch a man die in the ring. That's not what I'm trying to do, fam. And realistically, fam, like I said, in all seriousness, the level of the risks that are involved as far as physical health, that we've seen fighters die. Suffer brain injuries and hemorrhagisms and all different type of things, all of this coming from this sport. After what we just seen take place with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, I don't really feel like I want to see this man in the ring. That's a real thing. Like at first, it was kind of just funny to like, all right, you put the Martin picture up, the memes. Oh, look, this is the Martin episode. It was funny for 48 hours, fam. But in all reality, fam, Errol Spence really wants this fight. He really wants to go in there. December is in 2 months, fam. That's in what is it, 60 days, bro. I'm pretty sure that. Listen, I'm pretty sure Bud Crawford probably only got better since then. I just don't see how that's going, go any differently. Yeah, we need that Bud Crawford Canelo though. I'm not sure when that's gonna happen. If that happens, that'll probably be like 2025 or something crazy, fam. Boxing and the politics, man, they gonna be all trying to get a piece of that right there. So that's kind of how the cookie crumbles for Jermell Charlo. I'm not really sure where Jermell Charlo is. We didn't even really see him react to this shit. Usually, you know what I'm saying? That's they twin brothers at the end of the day. We kind of used to seeing they usually in each other corner. They in the ring, hugging, all type of shit, hands, you know what I'm saying? Dapping each other up. We haven't seen Jamal Charlo this whole entire fight week. You know what I'm saying? He kind of been playing the background, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure. I guess they having a little beef right now, or whatever the case may be. But realistically, fam, Jermell Charlo took his brother's fight, is what he did, fam. He could have just sat out. He really should have just. Now, if he would have went and fought Bud Crawford without taking this fight, maybe things would have went differently, right? You kind of This is not a tune-up that you want to take right here. You're not tuning up with Canelo. You took Canelo as a tune-up fight to go now fight Bud Crawford. He called him out after the fight. Then he called him out after the fight. Like, fam, after you just got annihilated, bro, are you in a position to call out anybody? It just didn't look, you know what I'm saying? It just looked crazy now, right? So that's that. Charlo and Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Complete mismatch, outmatched, you know what I'm saying? Outclassed, outboxed. Yeah, nah, Canelo got it, man. Middleweight, what is it? What is he? A super middle? You know, they got like 30 different divisions in one. There's so many different belts in boxing, fam. I don't know. I can't really keep up with the belts and shit. Um, so yeah, we off of sport. Are we off of combat sports? I feel like we'll be at October. When is that UFC event? Actually, let me look that up right now. Hold on in real time. Yeah, I know that Islam Makhachev and Charles Oliveira are definitely fighting this month. So hold on, let me see, because I need to. I'm not missing that right there. This is not going to disappoint right here, and that's the one thing. That's why UFC is winning right now. They just have better matched fights. You know what I'm saying? October 21st, fam. That is literally in what is that? 14 days, fam. This fight is in 2 weeks, bro. So we got Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev at UFC 294, and this is definitely gonna be in Abu Dhabi, which means the fight is probably gonna come on in the daytime. I'm gonna have to remember that. I probably won't though. I always forget when they do those fights overseas and shit. Okay, so we got that in 2 weeks. So yeah. The UFC is up next, basically. That's kind of how this goes. Boxing and UFC, they kind of taking turns right now. I know we got Francis versus Tyson Fury. Let me go ahead and look that up real quick. I feel like that's gonna be something that like that's just gonna be like one of those. It's gonna be like I don't really see Francis Ngannou outboxing Tyson Fury, fam. I just don't. So I'm just curious. But you know what, fam? I'm not gonna doubt Francis Ngannou because at the end of the day, he made it to this point. We was doubting that he was gonna even get this fight, right? We was doubting that he was gonna get a contract with another, you know what I'm saying, with another combat sports league. We was doubting him, you know what I'm saying? We was doubting a lot when it comes to Francis Ngannou. But the reality of the situation is this. He did something, he set a new precedent for fighters in the UFC. This might be the only, you know what I'm saying, fighter that we seen get cut from the UFC, and Dana White, you know what I'm saying, doing basically everything that he can. He did everything that he could to basically just smear his campaign, you know what I'm saying? And every chance that he could, he was taking shots and trying to create these different narratives. Oh, he was scared. Yeah, he didn't want to fight here because he was scared, so he left. And basically making him look crazy, fam. The fact that he even got this fight is crazy. But what I'm saying is this: it's a pretty good chance he's gonna lose this fight. When is this fight though? When is this fight? I didn't perspectives. Hall of Famer. 1 day ago. Uh, did this fight happen? Hold on, fam. I might have missed this fight. It says they said it's just a cat. See, so I'm looking at even Sports Illustrated posted an article, that reads Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou might be entertaining, but it's a cash grab. And I guess that's kind of where I was going with that. I couldn't find the right words. But yeah, this does feel like a little bit of a, you know what I mean? Let me just get this bag real quick. I mean, and I'm not mad at that. At the end of the day, fam, these fighters, like I said, once again, you in the goddamn gym, you cutting 50 pounds and throwing up in October 28th. Okay, so that's right after. All right, so we got Charles Oliveira, you know what I'm saying, Islam Makhachev in 2 weeks, and then the week following that, we got Tyson. And all right, so yeah, combat sports is up right now. It's up right now. You know what I'm saying? It's up for the UFC and it's up for boxing, fam, and the PFL. I think they signed Clarissa Shields and Sarah Marshall over there as well. I seen a clip of that a couple of weeks ago. So I'm pretty sure they getting ready to do a big women's event at some point. You know what I'm saying? Combat sports is definitely, yeah. It's a lot going on right now. So yeah. Um, man, you know, it's just crazy that you know what I'm saying. I don't know, man. This is like one of those things where it's like I really sometimes being you know what I'm saying having a podcast, you reluctantly you write this stuff down, man, and it's just like, do I really want to? There's certain things. Understand that it's like I don't necessarily how can I say this? Like my soul not for sale, right? I don't really go with the you know what I'm saying. I'm not really here to talk about what's on the timeline every day, right? Understand that this is the E.B.C.G podcast. Everybody can't go. Every conversation can be had on this platform, and there's not a lot of things that I'm basically not with the bullshit. Is basically what I'm saying. And at this point, 43 episodes in, y'all been rocking with me ever since you know what I'm saying episode one. Y'all kind of should know how I give it up on this, right? You know, they just picked up you know Keefe D in connection or not connection. What they're basically saying is, so let me. I don't really even. How do I get into this right here? Because this is like a lot to unpack here. Tupac Shakur was obviously murdered in Las Vegas. 27 years ago. And I feel like obviously at this point we're all aware of the news that Keefe D has been arrested um for that murder. My only issue with all of this is besides the fact that Suge Knight is basically, you know what I'm saying, even still alive at this point, fam. I don't know how else to even say it. How is Suge Knight? Suge Knight is calling TMZ from prison, fam, to say, to basically clarify that he's not going to testify against Keefe D. And, a quote, a quote from Suge Knight. We get this. We played football on the same team together in high school, fam. So I could never snitch on Keefe D. All I'm saying is this, fam. Obviously, this is just, one of those situations where obviously Tupac Shakur, we kind of already seen how that situation played out as far as his death. Obviously, Vegas, obviously, there was a lot of pieces to that puzzle. You got Orlando Anderson. Um, you have, all these different theories, man. Did Suge set him up? Now, look, we got Diddy's name getting thrown in the mix. Yeah. Apparently, Keefe D, and this is something that I wasn't even made of. I'm just now kind of finding this out for the first time. Like I said, I'm not really one of those people who I celebrate Tupac, his music and his legacy, and the greatness, right? The literature, the movies, the cinema, the artists. That's kind of how I remember Tupac. As far as this whole situation, and the case and the moving pieces to the case, this is not something I'm really invested in, but for the sake of a podcast, what I'm saying is you're forced to kind of sit and what I'm saying, I see everything that's going on and I don't like it. I don't like it, fam. Suge Knight is calling TMZ from prison, fam, to talk about, oh, I'm not going, fam, you guys, I feel like this is how I feel. Fuck all the bullshit, fam. Let's get to it, fam, because I'm beating around the bush for real. What I'm really trying to say is they clearly got Pac out of here. At this point, right? They clearly somebody wanted him dead, and I just don't feel like what I'm saying, that the whole situation with Orlando Anderson was I truly do feel like that was basically used to kind of mask that situation for what it really was internally. We all kind of know at this point. I've watched enough documentaries, right? There's so many of these document. I mean, we kind of know that Pac had a vision as far as where he kind of wanted to go with his career. I feel like Pac was trying to use death row, right? Coming out of prison, you kind of use that as what I'm saying, to get back on your bully, and then what I'm saying, you kind of branch off of this to kind of do your own thing. I feel like he had a bigger scheme in the what I'm saying, in the long term sense, and I feel like Suge kind of seen where he was trying to go and felt like we have to set this situation up a certain type of way for all we know, fam. Pac, I mean, listen. If you just look at that last photo, you don't really have to say any much more than that, fam. Just look at the photo. Pac is sitting there knowing that something's about to happen. Suge is sitting there. He damn near look like he probably done whispered something to Pac, like, fam, this is it, fam. You not getting out of this shit alive, bro. He probably held him and made the bullets hit him. We don't know. We don't know. Nobody was in that vehicle except for two individuals. Obviously, one of them is no longer with us. Suge is still here. He's in prison. He's talking to TMZ. I don't really like I said, man. I just don't understand why. 27 years later, 27 years later, we celebrated hip hop's 50th birthday this year. I just feel like this is like I'm not, it's just a little weird. The timing is just off to me, fam. And then it's like they didn't even really solve anything. What did they do? They locked Keefe D up. Keefe D obviously has done a lot of different interviews where he basically spoke on the situation. I personally, like I said, once again, just for the purpose of, the podcast, I kind of went and watched one of the Vlad interviews. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I am the kind of, I will sit there and watch those all day. Like, I do like to watch interviews and I feel like you get a lot of information. You get a lot more out of, artists, when you actually are hearing them speak. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to you just hearing a song that they created in a studio where, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this. I watched the interview and I learned a lot from the interview. I didn't realize that Keefe D and P. Diddy had a relationship. I wasn't aware of that. And now, and now, basically, what they're saying is, the internet is talking right now. Suge talking, the internet talking. There's a lot of talking going on right now. And the talk that's going on right now, which is all speculation, by the way, and alleged, right? None of this is factual. This is all allegations and all speculation on the internet. And what the internet is speculating is that Diddy somehow may have be might have called the hit on Tupac Shakur's life. Now, this is the thing. Once again, I personally, they kind of had me. They did. I'm not even gonna hold you, fam. I started connecting dots and shit. I start going back, I start thinking about. I mean, Diddy did look a lot. He was really, really scared in that. You know what I mean? That interview where he sat there with Biggie. Y'all know the interview I'm talking about, fam. He sat there like he was quivering. His lips was quivering. He was trembling. He was shaking, fam. Visibly and physically shaking. I'm just saying, like, I don't. Diddy calling a hit on Pac is crazy. It's not really something that personally, do I believe that happened? No, I don't think so. Do I know? I don't, right? Do I know that Pac was around a lot of different shit back then? Yeah. Were there a lot of different, and like, it was just a lot of people, so many different people around this individual that it's kind of hard to really even pinpoint where this could have came from, is what I'm saying. He had his hands in so much shit, bro. You doing movies, it was just a lot, bro. It was a lot. This nigga was 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even really sure. So like I said, man, this could have been some like I don't know some evil record label. I mean, I don't know, man. We've heard these horror stories for years about just the music industry and you know what I'm saying. Uh, how they go about conducting business. You know when things don't necessarily go as planned. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just not really feeling the whole 27 years later. All of this information has been made available for so long. Y'all didn't solve anything. Y'all didn't solve anything. Vlad solved this, if anything, right? He's the one who really, he got the confession. I'm just saying, man, it's just a weird triangle of got Suge, Diddy. He said they play football. I mean, listen, man, rest in power Tupac Shakur, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that, you know what I'm saying, he got caught up, you know what I'm saying, with something that basically literally had nothing to do with him, right? And this is something that obviously we see this often, you know what I'm saying, in the cities, different communities. This is something that we're familiar with on a personal level as well, which is probably why it hit so. Because it's just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We all kind of know a Pac is what I'm saying, right? Or have heard of a story that, you know what I'm saying, just somebody at the wrong place at the wrong time. And this is clearly a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. And like I said, if that photo is any indication, that photo is eerie as fuck. You know what I'm saying? When you really just think about it, it's sitting there looking like, then Suge sitting there staring straight ahead. That was a hit. That was a hit though. The question is, who did the hit come from? You know what I mean, they grabbed Keefe D, they snatched him up, they got him shackled up. He walking in the courtroom, he looking around, he looking down, looking over his shoulder, like you trying to be on point in the courtroom. Fam. You miss me with the whole gangster act at this point, fam. You are a known confidential informant in the streets of Los Angeles, fam. Every gangbanger in LA said this guy is a snitch, bro. They all the gangbangers came out. Like, yeah, nah, he been on some snitch shit. Like, he's just informant. You in the courtroom trying to act like you on point. You sat and did a whole interview and snitched on yourself. He snitched on his. He is a snitch. He snitched on himself. This is crazy, bro. Rest in peace, Pop. I don't really want to get any deeper into this. I mean, at this point, like I said, there's no justice here. And I just feel like if that's kind of what the motivate. I mean, they did a press conference, Las Vegas PD, and they basically kind of were saying that, oh, we took this seriously, and we always wanted to get justice for Pac, and this is something that my nigga shit. How is that even possible? What, like I said, they didn't uncover anything. When I heard that they raided somebody's house in Vegas initially, I'm thinking, oh shit, they went and found a dirty cop or something like this, right? Keefe D, he been out. We seen that was the easiest. Like I'm not sure why y'all didn't grab him the night of, basically, right? If y'all kind of already knew this, we gonna move off of this at this point. Like I said, this is all developing. Are they gonna grab Diddy? Are they gonna grab Diddy? Because all the blogs. Listen, like I said once again, streets is talking right now, right? And they saying a lot. They saying a lot. And like I said, they even kind of had me looking at Diddy a little differently. You know what I'm saying? And all I'm saying is this, fam. All I'm saying is this. You know, if we just look at Diddy, right? Just look at Diddy. Like literally Google Diddy and look at Diddy right now. But seriously, look at what he's doing. All of the different I feel like he's definitely in a rebrand kind of mode. Where it's kind of like I feel like now he's trying to like I don't know, man. It does seem like I don't know. The timing of this is just interesting, and that's all I can really say about it, right? I know he's giving certain artists their masters back, and trying to do right by certain people, and you know what I mean. Drop the R&B album, and I don't know, man. So it's kind of like, all right, so are you trying to like clean shit up because you felt? Did you know this was coming, fam? That's kind of the narrative that's out there. Some people kind of are saying that Diddy may or may not have seen this coming, and he's trying to like basically, get back on the good side of certain people that he may have done wrong in the past. Because obviously, when you're in a situation like this, you're gonna need as much allies as possible, right? You're gonna need some people to speak up and be like, nah, fam. So I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. Like I said once again, and then obviously the whole theory of Diddy being a successful black man and a billionaire for real. So this is gonna be we gonna lose another black billionaire because y'all just decide to 27 years later come in. I don't want it to be a situation where somebody gets grabbed for something where they had nothing to do with it, is what I'm saying. And if they just trying to frame a nigga, I'm not with that either, right? We not about to lose two black men in this situation. Keefe D could go. But we lost Pac. I don't really feel like I just don't know, man. Now if they got some audio recording shit, that's a whole nother ball game, right? And I'm not really sure if Diddy gonna be able to Harlem shake his way out of this. If they got Diddy on audio recording telling Keefe D to take that, right? Pause. But if he's on any type of recordings, you know what I'm saying? They said something. There was some recordings of Keefe D basically saying something along the lines of, he was in a room full of Crips. Listen, man, I don't know, man. The song says, "Show them how to move in a room full of vultures." He didn't say Crips, fam. I'm not really sure what's going on, man. This is not the Diddy I know. This is not the Diddy I know. I'm gonna get off of this at this point because we have new music to talk about, dissect, and discuss. Trying to figure out how I want to get into this. Drake dropped an amazing album, man. I'm not even gonna. I can't even really say it any other way other than. You know what? Hold on. Let me slow down. Let's not even get to the album yet. Let's not even get to the album yet because I didn't even really hear the whole thing. And if I'm just being honest, I heard a couple of tracks. Definitely heard, a good amount of. I basically pretty much heard everything I need to hear, and I feel like I got the joints off of that joint that I need. I'm good. I don't need any more than what I got. Is what I'm saying, right? New music Drake dropped. Oh yeah, he definitely dropped a video as well. So 8 a.m. in Charlotte, right, which is on the album. Obviously, this is vintage Drake. You know, it's basically like his version of how Kendrick has, and I hate to automatically go to Kendrick and do the Drake Kendrick thing. But realistically, fam, the Heart series, right? You got the Heart 1, 2, 3. We got 1 through 5. I feel like the 8 a.m. in Charlotte is definitely a part of Drake's signature series, that he does every time he's gearing up to drop a album, basically, right? All right, so basically this is the situation. The visuals drop. There's a lot to take away here. There's a lot to take away here. The video starts with his son, whose name I believe is Adonis, right? So you got Adonis sitting there and he's basically drawing or, basically explaining the album cover. Obviously there was a lot of, speculation about basically this album cover and basically what the significance and what the meaning of this was. And Adonis, he broke it down masterfully. I'm if I may say so myself. I mean, he sat there like a goddamn scholar, fam. He's sitting there talking, having a grown man conversation with his dad. I just felt like the video, like conceptually, we gonna give Drake his credit on this. Like he killed this conceptually, right? Now, as far as the look in the video, that's a whole nother conversation, right? And to each his own. And at the end of the day, obviously, listen, salute to every community, right? We not gonna even talk about the look, right? He had that the Virgil jacket was fly. The Virgil jacket was fly. I ain't gonna hold you. And he made sure what I'm saying, he got it off. He definitely had his back turned for a majority of the video just to show you what I'm saying, let you see that this is a 101 piece in all seriousness, right? Because I'm actually flustered by the fact that I'm actually doing a Drake album review. I am, right? And it's the 50th year of hip hop, and we ain't getting no Kendrick, man. And at this point, fam, like I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not really even sure if we can continue to rave and rant and give and boast. And listen, Kendrick is gonna always be the GOAT. Let me slow down. Kendrick always gonna be the GOAT. But all I'm saying is this, fam. For us to truly have this conversation about who's number one and who's number two, we have to see the both of y'all performing at the same time. This has to be I need y'all to kind of, we really just need to get them on a track at this point, right? And that brings me to my next point because he definitely got J. Cole on the album. And I mean, listen, man, I said J. Cole is on the album. Yeah, yeah, I need another one. I need another goddamn bomb, man. Stop playing with me, man. When I hit the bomb, I need it right away. J. Cole is definitely on this album for all the dogs. And I mean, listen, I only heard the track about 1 or 2 times. I played it back a couple times. I mean, I probably heard it like 5 times. My point is this, fam. My point is this. J. Cole definitely got his shit off on this album. He said a lot. He said a lot. And he definitely, he spoke about, the fact that him, Kendrick, and Drake were basically the big three of hip hop. But then at the same time, I felt like you know what I mean, he gave flowers, but then he was smacking flowers down out of people's hands at the same time. He was talking his shit. He said he was the Muhammad Ali. He ready to spar. It was a lot of different things getting thrown around in there. Like I said, I only heard it about 3 or 4 times. I gotta kind of sit with that to really like dissect and catch every. But I just feel like they was talking to somebody. They was talking to somebody, and all I'm saying is this: there is definitely no way that we could J. Cole and Drake. They it's one A and one B. It's Cole and Drake right now, fam. They on the track snapping together, fam. We don't have a Kendrick Lamar. We didn't get a Kendrick Lamar anything this year, but my point is this, fam. The only Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole collaborations that have ever heard, basically, were either mashups, right? Meaning that you're taking verses that are already pre-existing and you basically mash these shits up because you just that's the only way you're gonna get a Cole and Kendrick track, basically, is by putting them on the track with you. You literally have to edit it and put them on the track with each other because they're not gonna do it, fam. I'm not sure what's going on, but Cole and Drake clearly have developed, a strong relationship. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. Cole on the stage with Drake every chance he get. Vice versa. They at each other's shows. They on each other albums. Kendrick has been quiet for the entire 50th year of hip hop, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Listen. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was great. It really was. I mean, listen, I'm still bumping the album. But what I'm saying is this. That isn't what we asked for. You feel me? We didn't ask for this at the end of the day, fam. And when we have J. Cole confirming that you are, in fact, I mean, listen, they're not saying his name on every damn song. Is it? I feel like J. Cole is low key. He trying to say it without saying it, but he kind of said the boogeyman at this point. And we gotta just acknowledge the fact that J. Cole ain't scared of Kendrick, fam. I'm not really sure why people even, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I get it. I get it. J. Cole actually was going to sign Kendrick, right? This is a fact. J. Cole was going to sign Kendrick Lamar. And low key, I feel like J. Cole partially is a big part of the success of Kendrick Lamar. Partially a big part of the success. I just feel like, yeah. He kind of made the call. Everybody kind of knows that story that he made the call and he called Dr. Dre, if I'm not mistaken, and kind of introduced and made that introduction. All I'm saying is this: J. Cole ain't scared. Drake, surprisingly enough, and it's so crazy because I was just kind of, I feel like, what episode was that? Was that 2041? One of my last episodes, man. I said that Drake was scared of Kendrick. I said he was petrified of Kendrick. I did. After I heard 8 a.m. in Charlotte, I'm not really sure if I still feel that way. Cause like I said, he was getting his shit off on this track, and we not gonna deny that, fam. Drake is out here rapping again. As far as the album, like I said, I didn't hear the whole thing. Obviously, I heard the track with Cole on it because I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I see Drake J. Cole on the track. I'm gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of all I needed right there personally. There's other people, he got Bad Bunny on the album. He definitely got like you know, a Dykeman Bodega cut on there with Bad Bunny. They on there. He on there singing in Spanish. So the album, as far as conceptually, I still feel like Drake is missing. He's missing the mark when it comes to dropping an album, a meaningful album, just an album that kind of tells one story and is kind of just focused in on a concept, right? His albums are basically playlists, is what I'm saying, right? Because you have a moment where you hear him on the album rapping really, really aggressive. He was definitely rapping really, really aggressively on certain tracks. And then the next track is literally the complete opposite of, you going down. It was a lot of up and down. I don't want to go up and down with Drake. Pause. I don't want to hear you rapping aggressively to me. Now you singing to me on the next track. So that's still an issue, right? We still trying to figure out what kind of artist we want to be on the same album, right? And personally, for my ear and my taste and my hip hop that I enjoy, I don't really know how to factor the singing in. I just don't know how to do it. Like I have to skip those tracks, right? So once again, I will have to go back and sit with the album. I kind of skimmed through the second half. I'm not gonna hold you. I did recognize a lot of features though. I see that SZA is on the album like twice, which I mean, I guess Listen, man, Kendrick, SZA, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't necessarily feel like it's SZA's best performance. What is this right here? Who the fuck is this? Pardon self. I don't necessarily feel like it's SZA's best vocal performances. I just feel like I don't know. Yeah, Kendrick definitely has him beat there as far as like his collabs with like any collab that Drake has done with a female artist, Kendrick has done with the same artist. Like, look at what Kendrick did with SZA. And enough said. Enough said, fam. Black Panther soundtrack, fam. Billions of streams, fam. That shit might have went diamond at this point. Facts. I just feel like I don't know, man. Drake he delivered though. He delivered. I would have to say he delivered on this, with this album. He definitely listen, hey, he's definitely active. And we have to give him that as well. Like, I mean, listen, man, I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, one thing he's gonna do is he's gonna feed his fan base. He's gonna feed his fan base. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna leave y'all out in the cold. Notice how I said y'all, because I'm not a Drake. I still don't consider myself a Drake fan necessarily. I'm a fan of good music. No puns intended. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely has some shots he was throwing at Kanye on here as well. Yeah, the bar not coming to me right now, but give me a week, it'll be there. He was throwing shots, fam. It was shots getting thrown all over the place, fam. He was talking real aggressive. Like I said, on a few tracks, it was just I wasn't. I was impressed. I was impressed. That Drake, yeah. Let's move off of Drake at this point. Kendrick is on the clock though. I want to end this with Kendrick is on the clock because at the end of the day, that Kendrick Lamar diss track, like I said, I told y'all this on the last episode, fam. Drake heard that track and was, why do you think he pushed that album back? For certain. Now, I know for a fact he pushed that album back because he heard that diss track. And I feel like he went in there, he rearranged some things. Like I said, I haven't sat with the album yet. I'm sure there's some other slick talk in there that I ain't really catch yet, fam. But I heard a few things, morale and different things that kind of it's easy to connect the dots, is what I'm saying. Hold on, what is this email? What is this? What is this, fam? Stop playing with me, fam. The account is secure and safe. We good. We good. Let me make sure we good though. Hold on. Fuck the pod, nigga. Let me make sure to check it. I fed ya. Nigga had Bad Bunny on that shit. I ain't hit a whole joint. Like I said, I skimmed through the second half. I do feel like Drake could really, really rap though. And like I said, I just wanted to see. I just needed a reminder of that. You know what I'm saying? Of that Drake, basically, right? Because it's been a minute for me personally, right? All right, Fetty good, Fetty good. All right, cool. Meek Mill and Rick Ross back outside. New Shaq and Kobe. They definitely dropped some new, a new single that I'm assuming is, the single off of a new album that they're getting ready to drop. I see Meek Mill and Rick Ross, moving around. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, I guess that's great to see that. I'm not necessarily a Rick Ross fan, if I'm just being honest with you. And Meek Mill has kind of lost me over the years, right? I'm just keeping it all the way a stack. Fuck all the like. It's cool. I guess it's good to see them back together. Like, obviously Meek Mill came into the game, and Rick Ross was, basically the individual who, brought him into the game, right? MMG, that whole situation. But I just feel like the on and off Meek Mill, Rick Ross thing, it's just like, fam, like, what are we doing here, fam? One minute y'all sitting together, y'all talking about y'all about to do it. The next minute we seeing reports Meek Mill and Rick Ross beefing, not letting Rick Ross into parties and different situations that, like, it's just like, bro, what are y'all trying to really do here? But clearly they gearing up to drop an album now, and I can't really say I'm excited. Did they drop that album though? Hold on, let me see what's going on. Because realistically, fam, this shit might have dropped already. I'm out of the loop a little bit with Meek Mill and Rick Ross and shit. They dropped that new Shaq and Kobe though, and I heard that. I definitely heard that. You know what I'm saying? Shaq and Kobe. I said, whoa, stop me dead in my tracks, fam. I clicked on that shit right away. It's cool. It's cool. A lot of energy, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It's basically what I expect from Meek Mill and Rick Ross. Basically, if I'm just being completely honest, nothing over the top. Meek Mill Rick Ross album. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Pardon me, getting this in real time here. Yeah, they sat down on Apple Music with Ebro, and they look excited, man. Rick Ross definitely was talking some, a lot of money talk, talking about some investing, and obviously every time, like I said, once again, the interviews is really where you're gonna get a lot of the gems for real, right? If you think they not really rapping, the gems is not really in the music. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You might get one or two, but you gotta really be like your ear gotta be a certain way. Most people not gonna catch those gems. What I'm saying is this, fam. What I'm saying is this. When you get somebody to sit down and talk for an extended period of time, he was kind of just spilling the beans at a certain point. Like, yeah, 100 million on the farm over on land, and he talking investing talk. He talking buying. You know what I'm saying? He's talking that big bag talk. And at the end of the day, you kind of gotta appreciate that the fact that I mean, at the end of the day, fam, I do feel like to a certain degree, Rick Ross is basically borderline. It's like he's like an actor to me, right? The way he kind of presents himself. Hold on though. What's up with this album? Meek Mill and Rick Ross released single announced joint album September 29th. Huh? New song. So when the album coming out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And what's the name of it? Maybe that's undecided. It says Meek Mill, Rick Ross. I think they teasing some shit, and I don't think they really made anything official. It says we want to ready. Rick Ross said during the interview we playing with that. Pause. Pause, my nigga. I don't see anything about no new album. I don't. I don't. All right, so cool. New Shaq and Kobe. The track is cool. It's cool. I see how that's going. I can see how that's going to get. They gonna run that up. They definitely gonna run that up. I don't really have anything else for new music though. I do. I actually do. But we gonna close with that. We definitely gonna close with that. So that's kind of where we at right now as far as new music. You know what I'm saying? Drake definitely just dropped the album. Like I said, the internet is, we still kind of everybody's trying to just process this right now. Like I said, it was a lot said at 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Like I said, I do feel like that video, he had on a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he actually had on everybody. It was a kind of one of those scenes where like they were all wearing a hoodie and it read on the hoodie, "Hate Survivor." Um, what I will say is this: like Drake is gonna always do something corny to fuck up the moment. Like the video, like I said, the whole concept of him in the video with his son and his son explaining the album cover, I think he hit that out of the park, fam. And then even just having his son in the video with him, right? And the way he just embraced his son in the video, I feel like that was dope. That was fly. And low key, we can't forget of obviously, listen, Pusha T, Drake, that whole thing, that whole feud, we kind of remember how that started, right? And basically what was said was that Drake was hiding a child, right? And that was kind of the beginning of that whole situation. Clearly, he's at a point now where he's basically going out of his way. You know what I'm saying? Enough said, right? So I think it's safe to say that it's some shots being thrown at Pusha's head as well on this album. Like I said, I still need some time to dissect these bars. I'm gonna need some time to edit this podcast. I need time, fam. I need time. I need some time. AMP announces app shutdown October 31st. Listen, man, you know,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
salute, salute AMP. It was cool. It was cool, man. It was cool. It was a great platform for the time that we utilized it, and I just feel like I do feel like there's two different perspectives I have about this, right? It's a business perspective, and then there's a creator's perspective. As a creator, I do feel like I understand completely why this app is being shut down. I'm just listen, man. As a creator, this app needs to be shut down. Let's just call it how we see it, right? From a creator standpoint, and when we talking about just basically kind of like, I just feel like I don't know, man. I feel like the thing started off, much like with anything. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like once people get a hold of something and it becomes really, really popular, you know, I just feel like it lost a lot of the quality, a lot of the qualities that kind of brought people to the app in the first place. A lot of people really came on that app because they really had a passion to do something with music and radio and basically the whole aspect of hosting a show and running a show and creating a show and what I'm saying, coming up with different themes, different concepts, creating and curating a playlist, right? Incorporating, different whatever it is segments and all of that was all there to be done. I mean, they gave us the platform to do it. And man, at the end of the day, we got to salute Amp. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It was a hell of a ride, man. I feel like obviously, a lot of other people are not echoing those sentiments, right? And I definitely have been kind of sitting back listening to, different shows and what I'm saying? Um I just feel like, man, it just got to a point where it was just oversaturation, man. And I mean, unfortunately, I feel like people started trying to once money became a thing. Listen, man, JD, they said money ain't a thing. That's a lie. Money is everything, fam, to a lot of these people. And a lot of people, unfortunately, once money gets into comes into play, what I'm saying, you kind of start to see people's true colors at the end of the day. And that's really what happened on this app. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people started to switch up and the vibes got, what I'm saying, they got a little finicky on there. Yeah, nah, facts. You know, um, but you know what I mean, at the end of the day, it's no need to really harp on any I mean, listen, my playlist ain't going nowhere. And realistically, there's a reason why. I mean, if you go back and listen to my last show right now, literally my last show, literally and I'm not saying I'm Nostradamus here. I don't want. I'm not gonna say I'm Nostradamus. I'm not gonna say that I literally predicted that this was gonna happen, right? All I'm saying is this: it's a reason why my last few shows I ain't playing not one song. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, the app don't, it's not even about the music anymore, bro. Y'all want me to come on here, put a playlist together? All right, cool. I put the best playlist together. App is glitching. Y'all throwing me out of rooms. Y'all cutting my mic off. Y'all doing. I can't get my shit off like that. So I said, all right, cool. We just gonna turn it into talk. We just doing talk radio now. You feel me? And I'm just gonna use this shit to kind of, you feel me? Basically, it was my training wheels. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. Willmatic TV. Like I said, like I've been stressing. At the end of the day, for me, one of the biggest red flags was the fact that we did not have the option. Like there were so many shows on this platform that literally just came and went at the end of the day. And what they did was essentially was they took a bunch of creators and they wringed y'all out like a goddamn sponge, fam. Yeah, took all the creative juices right out of y'all. Took all of your content, took all of your shows, all of your great shows, by the way, because I'm not gonna hold you. For me personally, I was a fan of the platform, and there was certain people who I look forward to hearing some of those shows. I did. Like, you know, you got people that was on there, basically since from day one. You know what I'm saying? From day one. I mean, I guess you could say I was one of those people, but realistically, I came some months later, whatever the case may be. But we was really, really close knit on there in the beginning. And like I said, once other things kind of came into play, everything kind of, things went in a different direction. What I will say is this. Music, you know, there's different alternatives. Um, Obviously, I'm on one right now, E.B.C.G podcast, the Spotify platform. The link is always going to be in the bio. And the reason why I stress that so much is because they permanently archive every episode that I do. Amp wasn't even archiving shows, man. They wasn't even permanently archiving shows. All of those shows y'all did came and went. Y'all don't even have your shows to look back at and be like, damn, look at what I did. Look at this great. And that's why people are taking the news. Like I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah. You feel used, right? You feel abused. You feel like they took all of your shit and you got nothing in return except a couple of checks. And them shits came and went too. Cause y'all still looking for the next one. They on there talking about, I don't know if the next check is gonna come in. So you trying to tell me that we went from, what I'm saying, coming on here, fucking, we breaking down, what I'm saying? We all in different parts of the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the connection that we actually had was the music. You feel me? The knowledge of the music, hearing the different playlists. Oh, that's how you segue into that. I used to love when people would segue into some shit and the segues was fly. I'm a segue king, you feel me? So anytime I recognize a great segue when I see it. And that was basically the most fun part of the app, for real. Shout out to DJ Bree, man. It's just Bree. Or is it just Bree? Bree the DJ, man, from Detroit. Salute. There's a few creators on here. I'm gonna get these flowers to. Hold on, let me pull up my I really should have wrote this down. Definitely Bree the DJ. What I'm saying? Definitely always came on there with great energy, great shows, great music. And really just kind of kept it focused on just the music, right? Never was on there trying to do too much. Kind of came, did her shit, and got up out of there, man. I always enjoyed her sets. I feel like that's where I'm gonna end at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, listen, man, I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. So yeah, we got to October 31st. Damn, I'll probably do like a show. I definitely Mama Mentality Mondays in 2 days, fam. Y'all still gonna get that. It's Columbus Day though this Monday, right? Yeah, it's a holiday and shit. I don't really know if I got Mama Mentality on a day off. You know what I'm saying? That ain't Mama Mentality necessarily. Yeah, but nah, Amp is announcing, a big shutdown. This kind of came as a big surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people definitely, and listen, man, I understand, I get it, I do. Personally, I took a step back from the platform, some a few months ago. I kind of just got back on it, you know what I'm saying? And realistically, I seen what was going on, and it was kind of hard for me to get back reinvested fully in the app. I kind of was just more so, you know what I'm saying? I did appreciate the replays. I did appreciate those a lot. Those replays helped me a lot, just being able to kind of sit back and listen to, what I'm saying, those episodes that I was doing, man. That Mama Mentality Monday, those Tunnel Vision Tuesdays, those are really just, shows that I really wanted to just leave on the app permanently. Obviously, we can't do that now. We couldn't do that then either though, because the archive only lasts for 2 weeks. But my point is this, man. Like I said, on those shows, and like I'm gonna continue to say, at the end of the day, you kind of just gotta, what I'm saying, keep your chin up and just push through, fam. There is really no like, all right, so Amp is shutting down. All right, so find another platform. Hopefully, what I'm saying, you in it for the right reasons, and you find another platform where you could just get your music off. You know what I'm saying? It don't really gotta be the end of anything for real. Shout out to Station Head, shout out to Tidal, shout out to there's so many other platforms out here, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know what the business is behind this decision. And personally, I have a theory. I got a few theories, but the main theory I have is that nigga Purgatory FM definitely got too many pages, fam. Purgatory FM probably shut the damn app down, fam. That nigga, bro, I didn't even really peep it until, like I said, I've been off of the platform for a while, but it's just basically, it was just a lot of weird shit going on, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Top 20 countdown. You got demonic songs on the top 20 countdown going to number one and shit. You got cults on there. They got groups of, I don't know, they got some devil worship shit going on. It was getting weird, bro. The Barbs is on there acting like they gatekeeping some shit. You can't even do your set. They want to hear Nicki. They demanding we want Nicki. We want or they turning up blocking shit. It just started to turn into something else, fam. That is not why they created the platform. So now they gotta shut that shit down. Hey yo, check it out. As I close my docket and I get ready to shut down, this has definitely been, like I said, man, I ain't gonna hold you. I probably should have yeah, that's neither here or there. Um, you know, not really sure, not really sure what the next, as far as me, the amp situation, station head, I definitely have a station head, already set up. I've had it for a few months now. I ain't gonna hold you though. I ain't really feeling the interface, so I ain't really been kind of fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I do realize though that there are some different opportunities to do something different with the platform as far as capabilities. Like you have different. I feel like the music library situation is a lot steeper, right? Because it's allowing you to actually pull from your library as opposed to their library, which we already all know that, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna always get every song you need out of the situation. Hey yo, check this out though. Check this out, man. E.B.C.G. episode 43. I think that's a wrap for Willmatic TV. Until the next time. Big facts. Hour and 53 minutes. I gotta edit this whole. I got an hour and 53 minutes. I could do this shit tonight. Um, yeah, man. So shout out to everybody on that platform, though, man. Real talk, man. Hold on. So look, I definitely DJ Cool off the top of my head. DJ Cool, salute. DJ Cool was one of the first. As a matter of fact, DJ Cool was the first person on the platform that is still there today, that has been there from day one. That is the first person that followed me on the platform, man. And you're going to hear a lot of people say the same thing. Like DJ Cool basically introduced a lot of people. He didn't introduce me to the platform. I kind of was aware of it myself and kind of I got put on by somebody else. But my point is this. I came on the platform. DJ Cool was one of the first people I met on the platform. And, I feel like we did some amazing things on there, man. We definitely, Outlast t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember what I don't feel like it was the Smoke Buddies at that time, but we definitely, you know what I'm saying, made history uh on one of them nights. You know what I'm saying? It got a little, definitely had some heated debates about hip hop on there, some great conversations. Unfortunately, none of those, you know what I'm saying, will see the light of day ever again because we can't permanently archive on AMP. Thanks, AMP. So they just wiped everybody's shows. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. It is unfortunate though for the people who like really was like it was people that really had shows that they did every day and really woke up to do these shows, bro. What is gonna happen to those people, bro? Everybody don't have a podcast on Spotify like Willmatic TV. Everybody can't go to Station Head and get it shaken and have the fire play like my playlist. I already got my shit set up. I go on Station Head right now, fam, and I'm going up, fam. Facts. AMP wasn't really cutting it for me, fam. Y'all ain't even have T.I.'s whole catalog right away. We had to wait for that. Then we asked for it, and y'all didn't even give it to us right away. Then y'all don't even have a reggae genre on this shit. Y'all have every genre except reggae. We told y'all this. Y'all still ain't added. Y'all put the LGBTQ tab in there and did some weird shit. Like, all right, so this is a genre and reggae's not. All right, cool. Then the demonic shit started happening. Listen, fam, AMP, man, they came, they saw, they conquered, man. You know, we not really sure. This is an Amazon. This could be like it could be a bigger play here. It could be a bigger play here. And realistically, what they really did, let me tell y'all what they really did. What they really did was they opened the door for the next individual to come along with a platform that's even better than AMP. Now, like I said, everybody, all the creators, I like what I see when I see everybody coming together, and I feel like we on the right track. We on the right track. Yeah. Let's develop a community that we could bring together at any given moment. But all I'm saying is this: Who's gonna be the next person to come out with AMP? Is it gonna be you or is it gonna be me? Until the next time, peace, love, prosperity. One.